Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Thursday edition of Take 5. Hope you're having a great day. This week on Take 5, we are breaking down the message that I preached Sunday that was actually the beginning of a series that's entitled The Missing Piece. Now, it's a little play on words. It's not the P-I-E-C-E like the piece of a puzzle, but it's the P-E-A-C-E, the peace of God. That seems to be what's missing in so many Christians in their lives and in their surroundings today. That seems to be what is missing. In the book of Isaiah, God promised to give perfect peace to those whose minds are steadfast on Him. And then He also promised that to those who are unbelievers, to the wicked, to those outside of this great thing we know as Christianity, there is no promise of peace to them at all. And so I've been asking the question since Sunday, why is it that the people of God who have the promise of perfect peace, why is it that we look and act and sound more like people that have the promise of no peace at all? Well, yesterday we kind of left at kind of a pivotal point yesterday, talking about a passage of Scripture that has become kind of a trademark to this church family over the last 4 years. That passage is found in Philippians 4. It says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God," this is a great promise, "the peace of God that surpasses all understanding will guard your hearts and minds in Jesus Christ." Now, even though we've been reading this passage for more than 4 years in our monthly prayer meetings, it's still kind of hard to swallow sometime when you think about what is actually being said there. God promises that if we would bring our cares, cast them on Him in prayer, and mix it with thanksgiving, that He would give us supernatural peace that would exceed our understanding until His perfect time and will come to pass. But that also means that we have to ask the question, what if the only thing God ever intends to give us, what if it is His peace? What if He doesn't intend on sending the other things that we are asking for? Now, I realize that we make a lot of comparisons when we talk about troubles and trials and praying for God to deliver us. We make comparisons to that of Job. And everybody remembers the story of Job losing everything that he had, and how through some encouragement and some chastisement by God there in the last few chapters that Job endured his trial, holding fast to this peace that God had given him, and in the end, God gave him double for all of his trouble. And everybody gets excited about the double. Everybody is up in the air and wants to shout about God's going to give me double. God's going to give me double. But God doesn't give everyone double. All you have to do is look to the New Testament and look at the life of Paul, and you'll find out that Paul didn't have double. Paul had the trouble. Because there was a time in Paul's life. Now remember, this man wrote 2/3 of the New Testament. If any man should have been able to get a prayer through, if any man should have had the favor of God, it should have been Paul, right? Well, there was a time in Paul's life when he was being buffeted by a messenger of Satan, a demon. Buffeting means to beat with the fist. This demon was just constantly harassing Paul for what he was doing and in his ministry, and he prayed 3 different times for God to remove it, and God said no. As a matter of fact, the only answer God gave him was, "Paul, my grace is sufficient for you, because when you're weak, then my strength is made manifest." So God gave Job peace, and he got double in the end of his trial. God gave Paul peace, but he still had to endure the trouble. So don't get caught up on the double, friend, because God may intend for you to go through the trouble, but I promise you the peace He gives is enough. To the extent that Paul said, "Then Lord, if that's the case, I will gladly bear my weaknesses so the power of Christ can rest upon me." He said, "And I am content with weakness and insult and hardship and persecution and calamity, because you said when I'm weak, then I'm strong." This is truly peace that surpasses understanding. That's the peace of God that's missing in our life. I want you to understand something. I know when we're sick, we want to pray for the healing, and when we're depressed, we want to pray for the joy, and when we have a lack of resources, we want to pray for the money, and when we've endured abuse, we want to pray, God, tell us why, or God, give our life meaning, or when somebody's assassinating our character and talking about us, we want to pray, oh God, stop their mouths. But sometimes God doesn't intend to do all of that. Sometimes the best for our circumstance and situation is for God to give us peace to teach us how to endure. So I know that's kind of tough and it's kind of hard and it's really not the answer you want to hear. But friend, let me tell you something. There are just absolutely some things that we endure in this life that God's answer is His supernatural peace. So what do you say? Since we know He's in control and since we know He's able to do anything, let's be thankful for His peace. Let's be satisfied with His peace. And let's learn to rest in that supernatural peace because He has promised it, and I guarantee you He will make sure that we have it. Hey, well, our time's come and gone again on Thursday. Hope you have a great rest of your day today. I look forward to being with you right here tomorrow, Friday, the last day of the week. Until we gather tomorrow, God bless you. Have a great, great day.